Today in n8n, we're going to be covering the sort node. This is really helpful when you want to have your data in a specific order. For example, someone may come to you and say, hey, who are the 10 biggest customers on my e-commerce site? And well, you're going to want to have a sort node if you're going to utilize that as part of a workflow. We're going to be covering the 3 different modes involved with sort, as well as covering the differences between ascending and descending order. I'm also going to be covering what to do in a scenario of ties and how we can sort with multiple columns in different directions. We're going to go through 6 different examples here in this video, and at the very end, you're going to be a master in how using the sort node. And real quick, before we do jump into the video, if you guys need any n8n help, feel free to reach out. I am taking on freelance customers. All right, let's jump right into the video. All right, guys, so this is gonna be a shorter video, but what I wanna do is go over the sort node. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different examples, plus things that I hope that n8n builds out here in the future, or they will. But yeah, let's jump right into it. So a little bit of education before we go into these nodes, right? So sort, you can sort both numbers and strings. You can go in ascending order, which is like technically smallest to largest. So you can see in this example, right, you go from 1 to 99, or on the letter side of things, right? If you think about letter positions, we go from A into Z, right? And then you have the other option, which is going to be descending order. So that's gonna be the opposite, right? So this is where you're gonna go from the largest into the smallest. So in this case, right, we go from Z to A, and then we go from 99 to 1, right? This is what you're gonna be using. Pretty straightforward. So yeah, let's jump into it. So first, what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna grab my manual execution trigger, and we're gonna get going. Cool. So we have this over here, and let me show you a few things which we're gonna be using in this video. Really, it's gonna be 3 nodes for most of it, except for the very end. So first, manual. So just type in manual, you'll get this manual trigger. We're going to use the code node over here just to populate some initial data. And then lastly, we're going to be using sort, right? And this is why you guys are watching the video. Sort, change items, order. So we're going to cover all those here in a second. So what we're going to do beginning is we're going to do a simple sort numbers. We're going to look at both ascending as well as descending, right? So pretty straightforward. Let's attach this over here. What you're going to see over here in my JavaScript code, all I'm doing is returning JSON, right? So I do return. We have JSON, we have name laptop, name phone, name tablet, and name headphones, right? A bunch of different tech accessories. And then we have prices associated with these. Like imagine these are in USD, right? $1,200 laptop, $800 phone, $400 tablet, and $100 headphones, right? So all I do is run once for all items, language, JavaScript over here. We're just creating some very basic stuff over here. We execute. And we're going to use this for most of the video, by the way. You can see we have this JSON over here, right? So table, we have this JSON, super, super easy. Okay. So let's keep that in over here. Cool. So then what we have over here is our next node, which is going to be sort. So we're going to start off with simple over here. So you have 3 different choices. You have simple, random, and code. Again, we'll cover all 3 of those, but we're going to start off with simple over here, right? And then what you're going to do is select the field name that you would like to sort. So let's say, for example, I want to sort by price. So all I do is go price and drag it over here, right? Or you can just type out the field name as well. Okay. Then you have order, which you have the 2 options, right? So ascending, smallest into largest, and then you have descending, which goes from largest to smallest. So I'll show you both of those. We're going to start off with ascending, and you can see for the price, we go from 100 to 400 to 800 and 1200. The name is still attached, right? If you go over here to the left, headphones 100, headphones 100, tablet 400, tablet 400, phone 800, and laptop 1200, laptop 1200. Now, if we want to go over here to order, and then we put this into descending, and we run this, you see we have the opposite, right? So 1200, which is the most expensive, up first, then 800, 400, 100, and these are still matching, right? Laptop to 1200, phone to 800, tablet to 4, and headphones to 100. So that is going to be our number example over here, right? Cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into a string, right? And that is going to be our text. Now, already going over here, right? We had laptop, phone, tablet, and headphones. That is what we're going to be sorting. So I just go over here, I execute the step, and you can see all of these are going to be right over here. So we are in business. Let's jump right into it. So what we're going to do now is go into this sort. And this time, instead of price, we're going to drag and drop name in over here, right? We're still using simple. We can click execute workflow. You can see these are in order A to Z, right? Ascending. So headphones, H is before L, right? L is before P, and P is before T. Now, if we want to go over here to descending, we execute this opposite, right? Tablet, phone, laptop, headphones, again, the same price. Headphones are $100. A laptop is $1,200. Hopefully you see like how simple this is. All right, so we're going to jump into our next one, which is going to be sorting by multiple columns. And, this happens quite frequently in real world data. So what we're going to do is take a look at that. What I've done also over here is I've modified our data set. So we have two phones now, a $1,200 phone, an $800 phone, and we have two headphones now, a $400 headphone and a $100 headphone. So what we're going to do is just execute this step. We're going to populate this data over here, and then we're going to jump into the next step. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go into this sort. And what you'll notice is I just click add field to sort by, and now we have an additional area, right? So we have name over here, and we have price. So, right, the order matters on this side of things. So I'll show you the difference here in a second. But let's say we want to sort name by ascending order, and we want to sort price by descending. So it sorts by name first, right? So you can see name is sorted first. So we have headphones, and then phone, and then the price is in descending order, right? So the more expensive headphones is here first, whereas, the more expensive phone is here first, and the cheaper is there, the cheaper is there. So how we do this is we sort whatever's over here first, right? And then if there's any ties, we sort over here next, right? So that is essentially how it works when you have multiple things you want to sort by, right? So this takes precedent. If there's ties, then we jump into that side of things. So again, you have multiple options. I just showed you guys two here. I know you can go 3, you can go 4, right? Like that doesn't happen that often. Sometimes I'll have to sort by 3 things, but very rarely, right? 1 and 2 are probably the most common. And again, these can be different orders, right? Ascending, descending, descending, ascending. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like I can go over here, descending and ascending. I go to here, execute workflow, where you can see phones are here first, right? Phone cheapest, phone more expensive, headphone cheapest, headphone more expensive. And since these prices aren't tied, right? If I put price first, it's going to make no difference what's going to be in that second one, right? Cool. So now what I want to show you is random, right? So random is like if you just want to shuffle your data around. And it's interesting, right? So we go over here to code in JavaScript. We're going to go back to our original laptop, phone, tablet, headphones. We have all this over here. Then we're going to sort, right? So sort by random, you can see we have tablet, phone, laptop, headphones. If I run this again, right? It's different. Laptop, phone, headphones, tablet, execute step, phone, headphones, laptop, right? Phone, tablet, laptop, headphones. So, it's not always going to be the same each time that you run random. So that's random, right? If you want to randomly sort your order, does happen occasionally, but not as much as these simple sorts. Okay. Next is going to be JavaScript. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, I don't know how to write JavaScript. I know how to write Python, but I don't. And this is where one of the limitations is, right? If you go over here, you have this, you go to code, you can write JavaScript. Personally, if I had to do this, I would just ask ChatGPT, or Claude, but it's really a bummer that you can't change this to Java or change this to Python, because if you go to the code editor, right, you have Python right there. So why can't we just add this into the sort? It makes so much sense if we just have Python over here. Probably the only person that's complaining about this, but man, I just wish there was Python here because I've never learned JavaScript. But I know Python and, there's capabilities there. So, I'm not the one to teach you guys JavaScript because I don't even know it. But yeah, so that is the code option if you want to have more advanced sorting capabilities. Lastly, I just wanted to show you like a very basic ask, right? And why we would want to use this. So like, let's say, for example, you get something like, what are the 3 most expensive items, right? So again, same over here, right? Same thing over here as well. What we're going to do on this side of things, well, it says 3 most expensive. So I just copied this over. We would actually want price and descending. So I execute the step and, we'll have everything in that order. Like, okay, but we have 4 items. We want to make it only 3. This is where you can use a limit node. So just put like max items 3. You want to keep the first items. Again, this isn't a tutorial on limit in itself. It's like really easy. First items or last items, right? But yeah, like now we have 3 items over here, and that's a benefit, right? So You sort things and then you could limit them if someone only wants to see, hey, I want to see like what are the top 5 items, or well, what's the most expensive, right? You can just sort and then put a limit here after the sort, right? Cheapest, most expensive, whatever the case may be. This is actually used quite a lot. If you do a lot of database work, someone's going to ask you, what's the top 5 companies with processing volumes, right? So if you had to do something like that, n8n, for some reason, use a limit and you can set that item up, right? 4 items into 3. So that's essentially it, right? Like it's pretty straightforward. Mainly you're going to use simple sort. You can go ascending or descending, numbers or integers. Going over here, you can also sort by multiple columns. And just remember, like if there's no ties, it's really pointless to sort by multiple columns because whatever's first is going to take precedent. You can randomize your data with sorting. And then there's code if you know JavaScript. I do not. Again, the other things that I kind of wish n8n can expand on, and if anyone n8n actually watches these videos, I doubt it, but you never know. Python integration, like guys, please add that in. Like Python would be clutch. Optional parameter for ranking, right? When I'm doing a lot of sorting, sometimes I want to set rankings associated with it. So it'd be kind of helpful if there was like a ranking option, right? And there's multiple ways that you could rank data, right? So I think that would be helpful over here. And I put options what to do with tier. Rank would be helpful on there. I don't know. Oh, I meant to say ties. Okay. So yeah, what would happen with ties? Obviously, I talked about what you could do in ties over here, but there's more options on that side of things. So that would be my suggestions to n8n team. Like, please beef this up. I mean, there's other ways, but I think that would help a ton. Anyways, guys, that is it for this video on the sort node. It's pretty easy to comprehend. Add that to your n8n toolbox, or even add this into your data toolbox, because funny enough, in like data analytics interviews, you get asked to sort with SQL all the time. So I don't know why people ask on that side of things, but it's just really common, sort in rankings. So now you know something a data analyst also knows. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new, make sure to subscribe. n8n playlist is here on the side. I have probably like 30 plus videos now by the time I'm recording this. Catch you guys in another video.